Hello students, today we will see a tutorial on the CATIA V5R21. So for that purpose we need to click on that CATIA V5R21. After clicking on that CATIA V5R21, so this CATIA window will get open. For opening this CATIA we have to click on the start and mechanical design. So here we have to use that three modules. First one is what? Sketcher. Second one is the assembly design, and third one is the part design. So in Sketcher we will draw the sketches of the object or the mechanical components, and then that component we will convert into the part design, and whatever parts we have generated that we will assemble into the assembly design. Okay, so we will click on the Sketcher first. So here we need to give name to that Sketcher part, and we have to click on OK. So after clicking on OK button, we directly enter into that part modeling window. So here we need to select the required plane. So here we select the vertical plane. So here I have selected vertical plane. Here we can see the standard and view toolbar are the global toolbars, and that global toolbars we can view into the Sketcher, part modeling as well as the assembly. Okay, and now here in the Sketcher toolbar we can see this toolbars which are required to draw the sketch. Okay, so now here we can see here the first toolbar is what? Sketch toolbar. That toolbar is necessary to guide for drawing the sketches. Okay, this profile toolbar is used to draw the required profile or required shape of the object. Okay, so now we will see the first sketch toolbar. Here in sketch toolbar here in sketch toolbar we can see the first toolbar is what? Grid. So when we will click on that grid, what will happen? This grid will be get off. If you want to on that grid, we need to click on the grid. Okay, so what is the function of that grid? So with the help of the grid we can draw the proper object as per our requirement. Okay, so next to that is what? Second toolbar is what? Snap to point. So in sketch toolbar, second toolbar is what? Snap to point. So with the help of when we click on snap to point toolbar, what will happen? That line command or the whatever profile commands we are using, so that will take the snap of the required spacing. So here I have given the 10 mm spacing to that grid, so it will take 10 mm, 20 mm, or as per our requirement, whatever spacing you have given, that spacing will be taken by this grid snap to grid or snap to point command. Okay, next to that there will be the construction toolbars in there. With the help of that construction toolbar, what we can do? We can create the reference geometry. So now for example here I have drawn the circle and I need to convert that circle into the pitch circle. For example, at the time of drawing the flanges we need to generate the holes on that pitch circle. So we have to click where? We have to click on the circle and then select the construction line. So this dark circle will be get converted into a dotted circle. Or another example I will show here for the generating axis of the line. Here the directly I have kept on this construction line, so dark line is getting converted into this dotted line. Okay, so here we can clearly see the difference in between simple line and this construction line. Okay, so simple line is what? Dark line, but this construction line is what? A dotted line, which is used for generating the reference or reference axis. Okay, so this is the function of what? Construction or standard element. Okay, now next to that we will see next toolbar is what? Next toolbar is what? Geometrical constraint and dimensional constraint. Okay, so for drawing for watching the different we have to click here on the constraint toolbar. We need to see the constraint toolbar. So here I have drawn this horizontal line, then I have to click on that horizontal line, and then I need to click on the construction in dialog box. So here we can see the various types of constraints are here. So here in geometrical constraint we can see the vertical, horizontal, perpendicular, parallelism, tangency, concentricity, coincidence, fix, equidistance, midpoint, symmetry. These are what? These are our geometrical constraint. Okay, and remaining constraints are what? Dimensional constraint. In dimensional constraint there will be the distance, length, angle, radius, semi-major axis, semi-minor axis. These constraints are what? Dimensional constraint. Okay, so now we will see the difference when we keep on these geometrical constraint and dimensional constraint. So here now these geometrical constraint and dimensional constraints are continuously on. Okay, so now what we'll do, we'll see the clear difference when we'll keep on that geometrical constraint and when we'll keep off the geometrical constraint. Now the geometrical constraint is on condition, so I will draw the horizontal line here. So here when I will draw the horizontal line by keeping the geometrical constraint on, here their horizontal geometrical constraint will get generated. H is for horizontal. Now I will keep off this constraint and I will compare with this line. So here we can see here the horizontal constraint or horizontal property is not generated inside this line. Reason behind this is what? We have kept off this geometrical constraint while drawing this line. Due to that, what will happen? It will lost its horizontal property. So we can see this line is moving in any direction, but this line is not moving. This line can move in horizontal manner, but it will not move in inclined or horizontal to vertical manner. Okay, because this line has what? Horizontal property. And why this property is there? Due to keeping on geometrical constraint. Okay, so this will be the difference in between that geometrical constraint on and off condition. Okay, now next to that we will see here is what? Dimensional constraint is here. So here we will see now here I will draw one circle by keeping on this dimensional constraint. So here I have given dimension of 50 mm, and now I will keep off this dimensional constraint and I will draw the circle of 50 mm. Okay, so here now I have kept off this dimensional constraint. We can see the clear difference. This circle is what? Green circle, and this circle is what? White circle. I can move this circle as per my requirement, but this green circle I can't move as per my requirement because this is what? Dimensionally constrained circle. Okay, so this is the difference in between when we keep that dimensional constraint on and off. Okay, so while drawing any sketch we need to keep on this dimensional constraint as well as a geometrical constraint. Okay, now next to that we will see here the various types of lines. So here for that purpose we need to click on line command, and this is what? Line commands. So there are the various types of lines are here. Okay, so I will locate that sketch toolbar, sketch tools here. So first line is what? Simple line. Okay, so we can draw this line as per our requirement. When we draw the horizontal line, it will create its all property. So here it has generated the horizontal line property, and as well as it will generate the what? Vertical line property. So this is what? Simple line. Simple line is used to draw the what? For drawing the simple line as well as the drawing rectangle, square, or any required profile we can draw with the help of this simple line. Okay, next type of line is what? Infinite line. So this line is also known as what? Reference line. Here we can see this line is horizontal line, but it has what? Infinite distance. Okay, so we can convert this horizontal line into the reference line as per our requirement. For that purpose, I will select this horizontal line and I will convert into the construction. Okay, so here we can draw this horizontal this infinite line as per our requirement. We can draw it vertical also. Okay, so this is what, this is a reference line, or that is also known as infinite reference line. Next to that, when we click on that reference line, here you will get the different types of lines. So first line is what, horizontal line, second line is what, vertical line. If you want to generate vertical line, you have to click here and you can generate this vertical lines. Okay, now next to that is what, here third line is what, line through the 2 points, or that line is what, infinite line with the angle. Okay, so here when we click on the infinite line with the angle, here it will ask angle. For example, for that purpose you need to select what, the origin point and how much degree angle. So here I will select the 45 degree, so it will create the 45 degree angle inclined line. Okay, next if you want to create the what, if you want to create the this line at 135 degree angle, so here you have to create what, you have to enter the 135 here in angle position 135. So here it will generate a line at 135 degree. Okay, so this is what, this is the type of infinite line. Okay, next to that is what, this third line is what, bitangent line. So now we will see the bitangent line. Okay, so this third line is what, bitangent line. So this bitangent line is used to give a tangent to the circle. For example, here there will be the two lines are there, and if you want to give tangent to these two circles, you have to select what, bitangent line. So here you have to select the two circles, so automatically it will give a tangent. Okay, so here by double clicking you can keep on this command continuously. Okay, so here what is happening, this line has generated what, tangency. So here also you can generate. Okay, so here what is happening, the bitangent line is used to generate what, generate open belt drive or cross belt drive. As per your requirement you can join. Okay, so this is the what, bitangent line. Next to that we will see here this will be the bisecting line. So this bisecting line is used to generate the bisecting the two lines. For example, here this is the first line and this will be the second line. If you want to generate the third line in between that, or in between the intersection of these two lines, you have to select what, this bisecting line. For that purpose you have to select first line and second line. Here automatically what will happen, the bisecting line will be get generated, and this line is what, infinite line. Okay, now next once again I will show here, I will generate the bisecting line in between that two lines. You can generate in between these two lines also. Okay, so that is the function of the bisecting line. Next to that there will be the third type of line is what, line normal to curve. Okay, so third line is what, line normal to curve. So for that purpose first I need to draw one line. So for that purpose I need to draw a first line, and next line you can draw perpendicular to this. So continuously you can draw a perpendicular line. So this line will take a perpendicular property, so it will never lost its perpendicularity or normal normality property of this line. Okay, so that is the function of this normal line. So this is all things regarding what types of constraint and introduction to line command.